Hello, YouTube land. I have not been making regular videos or regular anything really. Sorry, I'm going to be in here. I'll be in the frame in a second. I'm still trying to get this straight. Since I got back from my trip last week, and I'm not settled. I would say I've been dealing with some, for me, kind of significant depression. It's more like I'm just like super unsettled after my trip back. It was really good, but then of course it's like I'm at home and I come back and I adjust to this other home, and I've just been really kind of exhausted. Traveling kind of takes it out of me, even just back and forth to the West Coast. So when I get in that space, I sort of become a recluse. I still do a lot of Instagram photos because I don't have to say anything with those. I can just take a picture and put it up, and I don't have to talk about myself or my life. And when I'm in a space of feeling unsettled and unsure of myself, unsure of my value, all those sorts of things, I have a tendency to pull in. And it's very difficult. It feels really bad emotionally, but I allow that. I just kind of go through those phases. There was something I was thinking about. Still not sure how I am in this frame. I always think about metaphors. So I was feeling my emotions and I was thinking, what does this feel like? So it feels like, I do a good job of moving forward and trying to address my life positively and do the things that, are helpful for the present and for the future, and try to be healthy and try to just keep taking the steps, even though I'm not sure exactly where the steps are leading, following a path, and being flexible and open and all of that. And then, but underneath that, there is just sort of a constant discomfort and anxiety that for me can reach when I get really tired and when I get really confused about some things, different things, usually like having to do with relationship and life and things like that. It'll be like I don't have the energy to stay above it. And I was thinking it's like a dam that is beginning to be compromised. There's chinks in it, and that the pressure of the water is like my emotions. And once those break through, it's like I just have to let them flow. I just have to feel them. I have to experience them. I have to just feel bad and sad and everything else, and get that all out, just let it all out, not really resist it, because resistance is futile, and just let it all out before I can start to rebuild again. And that's kind of what I've been experiencing for the past, since I've gotten back from California. That took a lot of energy and effort for me to pull it together and get out there and, just make it happen. And it was worth it, but I came back a little bit unsettled, a little bit unsure of doing right now. And I've just sort of been, oh, there's a spider on the floor, working through that this week. So that's kind of why I didn't even do my MOZ, and yeah, my blog posts have been kind of not real consistent, and I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and what else was I gonna say? And just not talking a lot about my personal feelings or what I'm going through on Facebook. And I've been a little bit insular and solitary, not necessarily, well, it is out of choice, but there's a certain amount of energy that it takes to move out and into the world, and I'm feeling like this. So I'm seeing what I can do this week to lay a new foundation or reset, or just get into a better headspace. And it almost feels like I have to just like let everything out, let everything go out, flow out, feel it, experience it, and then come back to a place where, okay, I experienced that, I've let that go, now let's see what I can do to get it back together. So what am I doing right here? I am making a ginger bug, and I've shown this numerous times, but here's a refresher. So this is how I make my ginger bug. I put like a couple tablespoons of fresh grated ginger, a couple tablespoons of sugar, and I use the evaporated cane crystals, and a cup of water. And I will leave this on the counter. It was really warm for a few days, so I mean the starter was bubbling like the next day, but I usually let it go at least 3 days. So every day after this, I will add a spoonful of sugar and ginger. No more water, but just a spoonful of, like a teaspoonful of sugar and ginger every day for a few days, and just whenever I go past it, I'll just like mix it up, stir it up, and then when that's ready, then I will make a base for the soda with ginger or other flavorings, and boil it and add the sugar and maybe some lemon juice, and then I have it in a crock. And I was going to show you this one that I have in the crock right now. So this one I put, and you can see how those bubbles are already forming, and that's just from yesterday. And what I found, what I'm doing now, and I don't know if this is why the fermentation seems to be working more consistently, but when I do stir it, I'm taking a whisk and really incorporating some air and creating kind of like a little vortex in there to just get all the, the culture, the bacteria or whatever moved around in there. And that seems to be, I don't know if that's the reason why, but the sodas are working a lot more consistently. And I'll show you the most recent one that I did that I have in the refrigerator is one that I made with hibiscus. So I did, like, let's say for a gallon of that, I boil up, or a half gallon, I boil up a quart of water with a little bit of ginger, maybe an inch worth of ginger root, and I boiled that for 15 minutes, and then when I took it off the heat, I put in a handful of the dried hibiscus flowers and let it set for 15 minutes, and then I transferred it into the crock with a cup of sugar, and then another quart of, I do like ice water, so I'll bring the temperature down enough, and then I can put the starter in it. But this is, I'll show you this one, because I'm very pleased with this one. So this is the hibiscus. It's actually got some cinnamon in it too. When I did the, when I boiled the ginger, I also put some cinnamon stick in with it. Come here, open up. And so you can see that this one is like super duper effervescent. If I put it on some ice, it gets even bubblier, but it's really good. You can taste the cinnamon a little bit. You can still taste the ginger. I vary the ginger depending on whatever else I'm using in it. Like this last one, oh man, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Like this last one I did lemon balm and rosemary. And they're pretty light. I probably could have used more when I did the infusion of them, but that's good too. So that's my sodas. This is my probiotic soda. And that's it. I just thought I'd check in while I was doing that. I think I might do a blog post or something this morning about my current angst. And I gotta get started on artwork again. I need to do the cyanotypes. So this is going to be a rainy week, so it won't be good for exposing the prints, but what I might do is I might collect some more botanical material and just press it and let it dry a little bit and prep my my paper with the cyanotype sensitizer. And my first, well, let's see, maybe I should show you. So I'm going to show you my first bread seed poppy has bloomed. And I'll show you that. Some of my plants over there, like my little red poppies, have gotten very floppy. So I may get in here a little bit later with some stakes and some twine to see if I can give these guys a little support. You can see the feverfews all starting to bloom there. And I think I'll make some feverfew tincture. There's the mullein almost ready. Okay, so I was going to show you the bread seed poppy. These are all bread seed poppies here. This is a different kind of poppy. I'm not sure what kind it is. Some oriental poppy. But, oh, it's moving. How funny. It's moving its face around. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see here. So here we go. Here's the first bread seed poppy. Isn't that just such a cool blossom? And it looks like every plant will have quite a few blossoms on it. So we'll see how those pods do, if they will form, and if I'll be able to get any bread seed. That's Rudbeckia there. My curry squash, just since I'm out here. Daylilies. Just a little view of the garden this morning. But so I have, like that plant, these, I should get some of those out of that. I probably should thin them. I've got a stand there, and I've got a stand there, and I've got some here, and then the last batch I've got right there. So yeah, so that's just kind of a drippy morning here. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not gonna make this any longer. I saw a goldfinch at one of the larkspur yesterday, and the little house finches are back. They're building another nest. There's been a bunch of them around. I won't bother your stuff, guys. All right. Oh, and there's Avery. Good morning, Avery dog. You looking at the iPad? All right. You all have a good day.